Somalians built this country. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm tired of people coming from third world countries and claiming they built this place that has literally been built. Everything great has been built by like white people. Those white people were slaves as well. I'm like, no, you fucking didn't. It's like when every liberal black person you argue with is like, we built this country. I'm like, no, you fucking didn't.
So 3 of the major reasons that America is the economic powerhouse that it is today are domination of the cotton industry, the use of the railroad network to rapidly expand and industrialize, and large-scale immigration that led to a large increase in the size of our industrial workforce. To the first one, obviously, that was built on slavery. That was built on forcing non-white people from their homes in Africa to come to America to work 12, 15-hour days, picking cotton, getting paid next to nothing so that we could maximize profit, and dominating the world's largest industry at the time, which was the cotton industry. Do you think we would have been successful if like people worked normal hours, if people were actually paid wages somewhat close to being livable? Our economic dominance in that industry was because of slavery. The railroad. There were 2 railroad companies that built a railroad expanding west. The first was the Union Pacific. The size of that workforce was like 8,000 to 10,000 people at its peak, and it was mostly composed of Civil War veterans and Irish immigrants. Yes, they were white because they're Irish, but they were immigrants. The Central Pacific Railroad was the more western one. The size of that workforce was like 15,000 to 20,000 people at its peak, over 90% of which was Chinese immigrants. So our railroad workforce, the reason we had a railroad and were able to build it at the rate that we built it was because of immigrants. And third, there was large-scale immigration during the Industrial Revolution, such that by 1920, roughly 40% of our workforce was first or second generation immigrants. So yes, they fucking did build it. This is what I mean when I say white supremacists don't live in reality. They have to misinterpret statistics like violent crime rates and IQ scores by saying that they're driven by race, instead of that those relationships are much better explained looking at poverty rates and quality of education and other socioeconomic factors. And they have to rewrite history like this to make white people out to not be such the bad guy, right? This is why Trump goes after the Smithsonian, to rewrite what happened on January 6th. This is why we have to make PragerU indoctrination videos for kids to say, well, slavery's better than being killed, isn't it? The thing is, I've never felt like I had to apologize for being white. Acknowledging the mistakes of our ancestors, the sins and crimes of our ancestors, doesn't mean you have to feel bad about being white yourself. It means there's work to do to fix those problems. There's work to do to make America a more equitable place for non-white people and for immigrants.